But I gotta clean this kitchen. I know you're gonna be on my case about this. Here, I guess I got on this thing. Yeah, on my case about how dirty this is. I know. I'm gonna get there, but this is like day one. It's kind of day two. Kind of day two of like us kind of fully, like everybody being together. But this is actually just day one of me even bringing like all the stuff out from the other room. You know, like we don't have, like we brought all the spices out, we brought anything we were using. Like we were always having like this separate thing. And it wasn't to try to like have it be separate. It was like I had this, I didn't want my stuff to be messed with. Yeah. So I kept it to myself, but now I'm like, I'm just over it. You know?
How you're a little bit, like, well, you're raised by your dad who's very,
well, I'm like insanely OCD, and my dad's like autistic.
But like, I think your dad's like autistic, like, you just picked it up because you were raised that, and like, you obviously get over it. Look where you're living.
Yeah, I get over it.
I don't think your dad could live here.
No, oh yeah, no. Well, actually, it's funny, Cher's pretty messy.
But is there place messy?
No, that's what I'm saying. It really is. But my mom was really, my dad just kind of like sits there, it's just weird. Yeah, it's weird, but he don't really like it, but he just kind of, yeah. But, yeah, no, it's definitely, this is, I've had like a full, like, transition of like my thinking, and like it feels good.
It's gross.
Because it felt wrong before, yeah, like it's like.
You like to refer to it as gross.
Yeah, and it just feels like, is that her timer? I think that means her potatoes might be done.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean they're done? No, they still feel pretty hard. Let them keep going. But yeah, like today is just kind of like day one of like a new me, you know. But day 12 of no alcohol, so yeah. And you know, I'll deal with New York with New York, but even if I drink again, it's not as like catastrophic as you guys think, because what we've had is growth. Do you get what I'm saying? None of that growth would have even occurred if I didn't actually start drinking, because my drinking is what kind of uncovered some of this growth for me. Because like I'm like, why am I so angry? You know what I mean?
Would you say that you could maybe even use like an alcohol or like a drug? For like,
well, I wouldn't recommend anyone dabbling with something that is reckless for them, but I'm saying the abstinence of things is not necessarily the answer, because like if you just avoid something, you're never going to deal with it, and you didn't deal with it, you just avoided it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I did for years, is I avoided alcohol. I mean, alcohol was just, it was not a question. Like with work, I was offered it. I had people try to like pour it down my throat, and I'd like leave the room. I say, no, I don't want to be here. I will not drink. You know, this went on for many years where I would never, not a touch, we wouldn't even get mouthwash if it had any alcohol in it. You know, we got no alcohol, everything. It was like, we didn't joke around with it at all. And I did that for many years. And then, you know, and then in 2022, we drank again for the first time since like, it went from like 2016 to 2017, that one time in the cave, people say. And then to 2022, I had not had a touch of alcohol. And prior to that, from 2013 to 2016, we didn't drink either, so for like 3 years. So we did like the many years of not drinking. We went to the gym and did all the, you know, what people would call super healthy, and we dug it. We dug it. I mean, me and Rich were great at it. We used to go to we went to every one of the gym. You know what we did first? Oh, we've always been weird. We've always been weird, even when we were trying to be more normal. We went and tested out every gym. They're like, you want to try? Yeah, we just wanted like a free pass for the day, just to see if we like your gym. Because we didn't want to sign up for a gym we didn't like, because we were very serious about like taking this working out seriously, and we didn't want it to be something where, because we had signed up for Planet Fitness, which was only $10 a month, but we didn't like it. You know, we did it, but we were like, we did it for about a year, and we said we want a real gym, like a nice gym. And so we wanted to go to LVAC, which is the Las Vegas Athletic Club, but they had a 2-year commitment, and we're like, we don't really want to commit for 2 years, because what if we change our mind and we don't feel like working out? And but so we tried every other gym, and we didn't like any of the other ones, because we wanted to have a pool, and we wanted to have like an indoor track, and really the only one that we could find was Las Vegas Athletic Club. So we tried these gyms all around town. We hated them. We went to several of them. We'd go like once, and they thought we were just trying to get free stuff. We're like, no, we just really want to know if we don't want to waste our time signing up for a contract and not like your gym, because you know the atmosphere might seem nice when you go in, like the equipment, but you go in there and everyone's weird or creepy or something. So we checked out a couple of gyms and all around town, and they just always thought that was the weirdest thing, that we want to we just want like one day to just try out your gym, because they'll give you that. So we went to about 10 gyms. it was getting annoying because it was just like weird every time to go to a different gym because you couldn't figure out the equipment. But then we're like, you know what? Let's get the Las Vegas Athletic Club. So we ended up going, and we stayed there for 2 years. Like, we literally like worked out for like 2 years, and then we're like, forget it. But it was like we used up our contract, and now they don't do contracts, I don't think, like that. But we did. We worked out for 2 years, like every day. And I remember right before we stopped working out, Rich said, "Why don't we start working out twice today?" And I was like, no. We need to change our lifestyle right now. I'm not going to go to the gym twice a day. Now we've lost our mind. I don't want to be that gym rat. But I was all about those like classes, like the heat class, which was like all like, what do they call it? Like circuit training, where you don't stop. You just keep going, and for like an hour. And this old lady taught the class too, which always inspired me, but also was like, oh, I can do better because I'm not going to let this. She was like, oh, like Gloria's age. Just this badass Irene, and she taught these combat kicking classes and the circuit training heat class, they called it. And this was like, these classes were insane. I mean, you would get exhausted, and this little old lady was up there kicking our ass. I'd be like, no, she can do it, I can do it. But yeah, we would do all these, and we had our Apple Watches, and they would track our like every calorie loss, and we thought that was important. This is before we kind of figured out the keto. But anywho, we did all that, and then we just kind of realized that wasn't really for us either. And I mean, we had a great time, and we never thought we would. Each time we kind of think we're going to do things forever. Me and Rich are that way. We're like, oh, we're going to do this forever. We're going to live. We always thought we'd live places forever. Like, we're living in these like hotels. We're going to live in this hotel forever. I'm like, I'll just get them to let us rent a place. This is great. We've always been that way, but now we fully feel we're going to be here probably for a really long time. And even though it's small, I think, now that we all kind of embrace each other, it's kind of the right space for everybody. Much bigger, it'd be like everybody would be too disconnected, because we need to stay close to Gloria. And so it's kind of perfect now. And we're getting her a new bed. We're getting her a queen. So even though it's going to kind of, me and True's over her couch, we're going to move it over and make sure to fit. Because the one she's on, she can't move enough, and she's getting old. She needs to be able to like, move around on her bed. So we're gonna get her a queen. We're just gonna move her couch over a little bit. So, and we're gonna get her one that the thing lifts up, so she can adjust it, so she can sit up. Maybe watch her shows sitting up in her bed. So we're gonna get that, and then. But yeah, it was really cool that Richard like ordered me a blanket too, because I like giving him my blanket. I have this thing. I don't like to sleep under blankets. I just have like a throw blanket that I throw over me, and I've been that way always, like always. And so when I don't have a blanket, like it's hard for me. And so I gave it up last night, and it was hard sleeping there, but I was like, all right, because I didn't have to. It was just one of those things like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna treat Gloria better than we treat ourselves kind of thing now. And it was really weird because Rich was like, oh, I actually just got you a new blanket the other day because it was on sale and I thought you'd like it. But he said, no, look, it's a surprise. I don't even know what kind it is. I don't think it's the leopard one again. I think it must be something different. But yeah, and he thought that I knew that. I was like, no, are you serious? I was excited because I wasn't going to ask for a blanket because I was like, I gave that up. I can survive. I have a blanket on my bed. I just have to pull it up because I won't sleep under the blankets. I won't do that. I don't know, weird like that. It's like, especially with the bed bugs, I don't like it. The more on top you are, the better when there's potential bed bugs. They crawl all the way around to get to you.